Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Yes, I know what you might be thinking. Nate, we're still over a week away from Black Friday. How do you know this is going to be the biggest SBC? Because when a player of Vinnie Jr.'s caliber gets an SBC, it is always a big deal. And it's a rare opportunity to add an elite player to your squad that you probably wouldn't have otherwise. And his SBC is all but confirmed in my opinion. And yes, the SBC is going to be expensive, but it might be more craftable than you think. We'll talk through why that might be the case. And of course, for SBCs, you need fodder, and it's getting low again. So with Division Rivals rewards today and really not a lot of content expected today, we got to take a look at that investing opportunity, as well as, of course, look a little bit ahead into still tomorrow's FC Pro Live promo. There's a couple more leaks for that and some other leaks to round up on. So if you're excited for it, guys, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Let's start with yesterday's content on Wednesday, which, guys, Wednesday content 2 weeks in a row now has brought out at least something interesting. It hasn't just been a quiet day. Let's go to this Evo first. This is the card that's going crazy for this evolution, guys. The Inform Mickey Van de Ven. This Evo, I think, creates a card for him specifically that is just as good, maybe better than his promo card that is in packs that is 600,000 coins, and that's why this Evo is garnering some hype. Now, this Evo overall, 60,000 coins. I don't love the price, but it does give some interesting upgrades. Defender plus plus is the roll plus plus that it gives, and that is regarded as the best roll for center backs in this game. You get the block plus playstyle, you get bruiser and power header as well, but the only stat attributes that you get are to defending. So for a lot of players, you just get a little bit of a physical boost on the card, and you have to kind of look to those in-game attributes in the details here to really see how the player is getting upgraded. And it actually is a worthwhile upgrade for some cards because you're getting a big physical boost, you're getting block plus and the defender plus plus, and I guess you get the cool Evo shell as well if that interests you. So I think it's worth it for some cards. But for a lot of others, it's maybe not worth it, especially for those of us that are looking to completely transform a player with an Evo. This one feels like you're not really transforming them that much. It feels like you're giving them a small upgrade, and 60,000 coins for that does seem like a lot. But this Van de Ven card, if you compare it to his promo in packs right now, it's actually super close to that card. It actually has a playstyle plus, and he's got really not that much of a difference in stats. He has higher physical and higher in-game stats in those physical categories for sure. But the problem is it's a 60k Evo, and this Inform is now 150,000 coins as he's gone up in price as people are putting him into this. So to pay 210 to have an untradeable Mickey Van de Ven in your team, if you really want somebody to rock with for a long time, I think this card is good enough to do that. But for me, even as a Spurs fan, I don't necessarily know if I can justify that personally. But there's a lot of cards that fit into this. Tomori, big physical boost. Basek is coming back. If you did the Sprint Supreme and Power Surge, that's a powerful looking card right there. Of course, we know how OP he is in game. So personally, this one for me might just be a save for an Evo chain along the line. But it's not one that I'm just running out and doing straight away, because there's nothing that makes it feel like it's worth the 60,000 coins to me there. Now, going to Rush, actually, we have to talk about this for a second. We had an objective yesterday that with a new Rush mode for a player, Zambo Anguissa, who we saw the leaked card stats for. His card looks just okay, but there's more SP inside of this. And, of course, you get this done by playing in the new Rush mode that is all about physical. And, guys, this physical prowess mode is double rush points. But you have to use somebody, I think it's 86 or above, or it's above 86 physical, and that's how you get the double rush points. Everybody in the squad has to do that. I know there's a lot of people that are annoyed with people going into those lobbies and not using a player that is above 86. So that's something to mention in there. You do get double rush points if you kind of check that box. And this is out for just a couple of days. Really easy thing to do here to get this Zambo Anguissa card and 1,000 SP if you do need that. So nothing super crazy there. Same thing with the SBC content that we had yesterday. Nothing super crazy, but some decent stuff. We did have the showdown that we talked about in yesterday's video for the NWSL. I think this is the final. Between the Orlando Pride and Washington Spirit. We have Angelina, a Brazilian midfielder with technical plus, and we have Kouassi from Washington Spirit with the quick step. A whole lot of pace here, a lot of the attacking positionings. decent roll pluses, roll plus plus for wide playmaker there. The best thing about these cards are they're cheap. 28,000 coins for both of them. It's just 2 squads. It's an 82 and an 83 with 1 team of the week. So if you like it, you want to get it done, it's easy to do. I have no qualms with that. Now, the SBC that was making the biggest wave yesterday is the one we expected to see. The Road to the Knockouts Total Rush Trailblazer Upgrade Pack, otherwise known as the Party Bag. And it was cheap, guys. 283 squads with 1 team of the week and 185 rated player required. Only 34,000 coins to do this. It is always a fun one to do. I mean, some people yesterday were saying they got really good pulls. A lot of us, and myself included, did not get anything very good. I got ZH from this, but for how cheap it is, you can probably open your division rivals rewards today, even if you're getting 5-win rewards, and get that SBC done pretty easily with just a couple of 83s and 4s and 185 and 1 team of the week. So that's very, very easy there. We love that. There's really not a whole lot else to say, except it's cheap, it's nice, and it didn't impact the market a whole lot. I think 85s and maybe 83s went up a little bit, but not that much. We'll talk more about Fodder soon. This SBC is probably getting overlooked, but it shouldn't be, guys. The Trackstar Challenge 3. This guy gives out a untradeable 50K pack, and it's super duper easy to do. You can probably do it from your club. That's how I did it. Do not skip over this one because it's an untradeable 50K pack. That's fodder you could then put into any of the upgrade SBCs that are out right now. Maybe if you're still going to do the base hero, it's going to refresh today, I think. Or if you're trying to keep up on 81 plus Team of the Week player picks to maybe get yourself a chance at packing a guy like Mickey Van de Ven, which I should probably be doing more of these, although I'm focusing on Putea still, which I got 1 more squad done in. Those Team of the Week player picks could actually give you some nice cards that maybe could go into Evos or maybe somebody that goes into your team. So just be careful with your fodder on that, but that's something I did want to mention. And I believe that was all the content yesterday besides the new team of the week. And it's a decent team of the week. Probably the biggest thing right now that's being talked about is the fact that Guijarro is extinct at 350,000 coins. I don't think this card's going to end up being worth this much, but it's first day. These cards look pretty rare. So I would imagine if you packed her, you'd probably want to sell. And I think today with Division Rivals rewards, I could see her going down. I mean, Ronaldo's 350,000 coins. He's actually going up at the moment. He was under 300. Now he's kind of fluctuating up. He will definitely go down today with Rivals Reward Supply. Holland is 499. Looks like he's maybe going to go up a little bit, but he seems to be around a believable price there. And there's some other gems in here. Dumfries looks really good for an 86 rated right mid, right back. Oh, he can't play center back. Interesting. Dumfries used to be able to play center back on some of the special cards, but I guess not that one. Geese looks interesting. Lindsey Horan looks interesting there too. The budget Puteas, as you guys will know. And then Tonali looks like a nice card as well. Maybe for future Evos. Low a little bit in the stats on the card, but 86 overall. Not a terrible item there. So a decent team of the week. Nothing super crazy there. Now, let's get straight into the news because we got to talk about stuff that is relating to the market now, because if it's going to be something we invest in, I think we need to do that pretty soon. And guys, we are talking about player of the months because there were not 1 but 2 player of the months that were open for voting yesterday, La Liga and Liga F. And of course, you look at these statistics, you can kind of compare who's got the best goals and assist ratio in here, who's got the most contributions, whose club did the best during the month, and then that's really how you know who's going to win this, right? And of course, Vinnie Jr. in this vote is the biggest name by far. You got Danny Olmo in here as well. You've got Kubo, you have Simeone. But if you look at all the details, Vinnie Jr. with that hat trick that he had during the month of November, he's probably going to win this award because nobody else that is nominated has more goals or assists combined than him. He's got the most goals out of everybody. Obviously, he's from Madrid as well. Vinnie Jr., like, it's looking like a landslide victory for Vinnie, in my opinion. Now, it's not guaranteed that he's going to win this, but it's looking very, very likely, which means we will be getting a Player of the Month SBC very soon. And to actually confirm when that date would be of when we're getting that SBC, all we have to do is look at when the Lewandowski expires. And remember, so far this year, we've had La Liga Player of the Month on Fridays. Remember, Lamine Yamal dropped on a promo Friday. This Lewandowski dropped on a promo Friday. So that means that 8 days from now, Vinnie Jr. will be dropping also on a promo Friday. But oh, wait. That's Black Friday. On the day of Black Friday, that is when we would expect to see a Vinnie Jr. Player of the Month SBC. That's kind of crazy. And that's obviously a huge SBC to be dropping during one of the most exciting times of the year. Actually, if you remember it, last year we had an Mbappe SBC that was out during Black Friday as well. I ended up doing this, And this Black Friday SBC potential of like a big player of the month and that time of the year, it allows you to craft the SBC a lot easier because all that is going on. Now, also, we had the Liga F voting, which Guijarro looks like she's going to run away with that one as well, which is another thing people are looking to right now and saying, wait, her inform's extinct at 350,000 coins, yet she's probably getting a Player of the Month SBC soon. That one won't be out, I don't think, until maybe 2 weeks from now. Will be a little bit longer, or at least like 10 to 12 days, because I think the Puteas SBC still has like 11 days. Yeah, 11 days left on Puteas. So when this one expires, you would expect Guijarro to replace her. But that one would also be a very hyped SBC, albeit probably cheaper. Now, let's talk about this Vinnie SBC, right? As we mentioned, a massive POTM player released during Black Friday gives you a chance at getting an elite tier player in your club for the long term. And guys, EA is not going to be afraid to make this SBC expensive. That's obviously the big thing you should think about. Like, man, Vinnie is a top 2 gold card in this game. It's Vinnie and it's Mbappe when it comes to the top players in this game. And they're both still over 1 million coins. Is Vinnie under 1 million right now? Like, that was 1.03. What is he right now? Vinnie might go under 1 million coins. I mean, he's definitely going to before Black Friday, especially with the SBC League being out. I think all of Vinnie's cards are probably going to drop, and there might even be a Vinnie special card, either the Inform or the Trailblazers re-released in packs during Black Friday. But the fact that he's going to be getting an SBC is huge, right? Now, here's the thing. How much is this going to be? This Trailblazers Vinnie is right around 3.66, 3.7 million coins. It's actually 3.9 right now, but he was 4.7 mil last week. I think the Player of the Month Vinnie would probably be 92 rated because he's got the Inform, which would mean his Player of the Month should go 1 rating over the last performance-based special card, which would be this 91. So you'd think, as this graphic suggests, it would be a 92 rated card. Now, if this card's 92 rated and it's 3.9 million coins on the market, how much is the SBC going to cost? In my opinion, this card's going to drop a little bit, but with how it's priced right now, I would imagine that the Vinnie Player of the Month would be somewhere between 3.5 and 4 million coins. EA is not going to make this cheap, guys. This Player of the Month Mbappe last year, when he first dropped, was right around 4 million coins right before Black Friday. Now, Fodder dropped a little bit during Black Friday, and he went down to 3.8. But 3.8 to 4 million coins is where Mbappe was last year. And if you take a look at his Inform that was dropped just before the Player of the Month, that was a 4.2 million coin card. So this SBC was just a little cheaper than the Inform, and it was almost the exact same card with a different playstyle plus. This one had Quick Step, and this one had Rapid, if you guys remember that. So I would imagine that the Player of the Month is going to be in that 3.5 million coin range. This card's probably going to be lower than 3.5, especially if it gets re-released in packs. But EA's not going to make it cheap because they know that it's going to be easier to complete. And maybe somebody like me who, you know, yes, I have the coins where I could go and just complete this right away. But if you're somebody who's on a couple 100,000 coins, you're like, Nate, there's no way I can do this. Well, that's the lovely thing about what Black Friday could do to this game. And that's the lovely thing about big SBCs like this is if you put your mind to it and you grind the game and you get the upgrade packs, the improved rewards. I want to list the things that are going to make this SBC easier to do after Black Friday in a second. You can actually get it done if that's kind of where you put all of your effort in, because these Player of the Months are out for a whole month. Now, how is it going to be easier to craft a 3.5 million coin Player of the Month Vinnie during Black Friday? Well, firstly, we know that we are at least rumored to get the exchange packs. And if we get the exchange upgrade packs, that is going to completely revolutionize how we craft on this game, and it's actually going to make the menus craftable, and it's going to make fodder obtainable. Sure, we think about limits, we think about the packs being worse, but if there are exchanges there, that sets the whole menu grind in motion, and you can literally just create fodder through exchanges. Exchanges basically make any SBC craftable as long as there's an upgrade pack or a player pick that is out, and there always is. So exchanges are the first thing if those come out during Black Friday. And the second thing, of course, is the improved Weekend League and Division Rivals rewards, which we're expecting to see. As we talked about in yesterday's video, we've got bigger packs in the code now. Instead of 75 pluses being in those Rivals rewards, at least for some of the middle to upper tiers, you've got 80 plus packs. So if they're giving out better packs, and especially during Black Friday, what do we see every single year? All the packs get bigger and better in the store, but also in terms of SBCs in the season. We're going to have a whole new season pass that's going to be giving out fodder as well. So it's not impossible, even though it'll seem daunting to do a big expensive SBC for Vinnie. but it's going to be more possible than it really would have been before. Now, of course, what do you need to complete an SBC like that? You need a whole lot of fodder. And I'm not telling you that today's the day to invest in fodder, but I want to talk about it because as we head towards Black Friday, I think there's actually an investment potential today on some of these fodder cards. Now, if you want to invest in 89s at 18K because you think it's just way too cheap, which I still think it is, and if EA, which they should, during Black Friday, actually start to transition towards using higher rated squad requirements in SBCs, I'm really thinking that Black Friday is going to be the beginning of when we start to see 89. I don't know about a 90 rated squad, but multiple 88 and 89 rated squads are going to be, I think, a guarantee for a card like this Vinnie Jr. I think the Mbappe Player of the Month SBC, I'd have to go and take a look at this. Let's look really quickly. This one had 1, 2, 3 89 rated squads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 88s, and then a bunch of 87s and 86s. And that's how they got to 3.94 million coins on that SBC value. So, I mean, honestly, if we're getting a Vinny that's going to be 3.5 million coins as well, I would expect to see 88 and 89 rated squads for the first time this year. So you'd expect to see these cards actually have a little bit of movement upwards, but who knows? I mean, these cards could still be low until we get to next week, so maybe you don't have to invest right now. So I'm not necessarily saying that the high rated fodder is an investment unless you just want to get in early and hold and wait it out. You could still buy the 88s and above and just wait on it because they're still going to go up. EA is going to start requiring higher rated fodder. They just haven't so far this year. They've just gone about it another way, but that time will come. It always does. And it will. Now, for the fodder investment that I think is on hand, like right now for this weekend, I'm actually looking at 85s to 88s because as we looked at in the pack code, there is an icon pack that is incoming that's probably going to be released on Sunday. And also what I've noticed in the past 2 weeks is fodder has been its lowest on Thursdays with Division Rivals rewards. You take a look at Grimaldo's graph here. When was he his lowest last week? Thursday. He was 7.7K, which... oh, look, that's what he is right now. And then what did he do during the rest of the week? You know, he didn't go up that much, right? We didn't have that many great SBCs for sure in the last week that made 86s go up, but he still went up to 8,500 coins. He basically went up 1,000 coins a card, but he really never went lower than he did during the Division Rivals time frame. And I think we're getting bigger SBCs this week. That's the first thing. A max 90 base icon. EA is going to try to drain our clubs. I've mentioned this, right? And we see this every single time. Before Black Friday actually comes out, EA release good content, or at least semi-good content in SBCs to try to get you to send your club so that when Black Friday rolls around, you go to the store and spend money to open those packs. So, number one, don't fall into the trap if you, don't have a lot of fodder in your club. But the second thing is this creates a great opportunity to invest in fodder. And the other thing you have to consider right now is people are starting to save packs. I even know people that are saving their Division Rivals rewards today because they're like, why would I open packs for this promo when the pack weight seems mid, or I'm just wanting to save until the massive Black Friday promo. I don't want to save for FC Pro Live. That doesn't interest me. I want to save for Black Friday because of all that's coming out. I think a lot of people are actually going and doing that. And you know what? That means there's less packs that are going to be open today, less supply that'll hit the market. And that could mean that fodder actually goes up a bit more. So I actually think fodder is a really good investment today, guys. I really think that the 86s to the 87s to the 88s, you're kind of investing in the fact that the icon pack would be coming out on Sunday, and this is kind of the lowest point for fodder during the week. But this is an investment where if you're buying these cards, which I like 88s under 14K, I like 87s at 10, I like 86s. Honestly, 86s under 8 are great. 7s are awesome. 85s in the low 5s are pretty good. You're investing for the rise basically before Black Friday starts. I don't know if you want to risk it and hold on to these cards. We're going to do some more research and look into what could be happening with fodder later into next week, like during Black Friday. But as it comes to this week, and it comes to like investing in for a rise on the weekend, fodder almost always goes up. You saw this last week. You saw it 2 weeks ago as well. Except for the cards that were out of packs. But fodder is really, really low, and I think EA is going to take advantage of this pack code and trying to drain our clubs before Black Friday comes out. So I think it's actually a really, really good investment, guys, with some of the things that we mentioned. So I think those are the fodder investments. If you wanted to, like you sold your team and you like got your coins liquid here and you're like, Nate, I want to buy something. That's something that you could do that would be, I think, pretty low risk. because like I said, EA always try to drain people's clubs before Black Friday comes out. Now let's talk about the meta market, because you see me, I'm broke, and you best believe I did not go unassigned on Fodder. I bought 2 Rodris because I was like, you know what, let me add a couple Rodris to my transfer list because that's crazy cheap. But I am invested in meta cards for some hopeful flips today after Division Rivals rewards. This could be really good. It also could go nowhere. I'm really interested to see where the market goes today. But one of the reasons where I actually kind of guaranteed, I guess, myself some profit here is getting some of these cards on really low bids, guys. Bids are crazy right now because a lot of people are not paying attention to the market. I got this Modric for $465. I bought him for $490, which I thought was a great price. It still was. I'm hoping that Modric goes back to $540 or $550 today, as people want to use him. I bought this Informed Sun on bid for $784. I got a Cole Palmer for $345. I'm just trying to trade with players that I know move well in the market. Like, I flipped Cole Palmer earlier in the week. I flipped Trent so many times this year. Modric I flipped one time, and I haven't flipped Sun yet, but those are kind of the cards that I'm looking at the most. As you can see here, right? I bought a Loftus-Cheek at $225 yesterday. I think I bought a Dalot for like $230 because he moves a lot. I was very interested in buying a Bruno Fernandes. I did not buy him, but I wanted to flip him as well. I'm just trying out some rare out-of-pack specials today to see if we have a little bit of a movement in the market. If you want to invest, I think that's the type of player base that you want to be investing in for a rise today after Rivals. I don't think it's going to be a massive rise, but hopefully we have a little bit of one. And again, what I'm trying to do is just look through players that have good fluctuations over the past couple of days after the crash we had. I've seen Modric go from 489. He's hit 530 a couple of times, hit 540 yesterday. So if he just goes back to where he's been in the last 2 days, I'm making profit. That's kind of how I'm looking at these safer flips. Now, if you want to buy these Track Stars players, they're going to get supplied today. I know there's not going to be as many people opening packs, but there's still going to be supply for these Track Star cards with Division Rivals rewards. And wow, Van de Ven is what price? $470. Dude, that evolution is doing a number to this card. He was 600K yesterday. That's down bad. Adeyemi is 200. Wow, that's very low. I also think that some of these cards will rise today. You know what? If there's not as many people opening rewards, these cards might rise up after rewards come out right away. We'll have to see, because we know these are rare and we know that they have demand because they're pacey, they're Track Stars, right? There's some big name players that a lot of people want to use. So I would definitely watch the Track Stars today too. You could probably trade with some of them either after the pack supply or even maybe some of them before it if they start to go up right as rewards come out. If you're on the market there, you'll be able to watch and see that. Now, let's wrap it up with a leak catch-up here, guys, because there were so many leaks yesterday and there's so much news and information about, we haven't even talked about Track Stars yet. Sorry, the FC Pro Live promo that's coming out tomorrow. I want to first look at this random pack code that was added yesterday. EA with the ads, man. State Farm customization pack. This one just makes me laugh. I don't know what that's going to look like. There's still like a Peacock pack, I think, that's in the code, and something else. The Uber Eats stuff, which I don't think we've seen too much about, but there's stuff going on there with that. I thought that was hilarious. And then an Energizer pack. That's probably like a 10 coin pack or a 1 coin pack during Black Friday. We love that. But to the real leaks we go. This is once again a prediction of all the players, confirmed players, but a prediction for the stats for the FC Pro Live cards. And I would imagine that we have a few more leaks coming today. But again, Osimhen, Benzema, Gabriel Jesus, Ake, Javi Simons, Gravenberch. There's some interesting players in this promo. Kadioglu as well, a very popular Evo to start off this year. Wild Weghorst, Rusilian, Redondo, perfect link to Messi. So there are some interesting cards for sure. Ake, Jesus, those will be some big ones, 100%. But we did get news that our SBC potentially coming Friday is Sasha Bowie. A lot of Bayern links recently. French Bayern link at that as well. Perfect link to Matisse Tell. And Sasha Bowie, I remember his foot birthday card that he had last year. This could actually be, it could be a really nice SBC, not just because he has good links, but I think his card looks pretty solid as well. As just a gold right back. He has 82 pace, well-rounded, 3-star, 3-star. We could use a boost there. He can only play right back, but individual stat-wise, dribbling looks solid, defending is solid, physical is solid, passing is okay. He's got intercept, jockey, and relentless, and he already has 2 roll pluses. So I'd imagine they'd give him a roll plus plus and hopefully a playstyle plus for sure. Maybe a couple other playstyles in here, maybe a passing one, maybe some, I don't know, like rapid or a quick step, and maybe anticipate or something like that. That would be really, really cool. So this could be a decent SBC. Watch out for more leaks around that one. We don't have official stats leaked yet, but I would have to imagine that would be tomorrow on Friday as our player SBC. And the other leak that's going around and making some waves right now is a teaser leak from FIFA Trading Romania. He has the Bomba emoji. He's got Brazil. Sorry, that's Portugal, not Brazil. He's got Portugal. He's got the cap, and he says soon. And then somebody says Joao Felix or Neto, and he responds to that. So the rumor is that it's maybe a Joao Felix or a Pedro Neto SBC. I don't know. That was kind of one of those cryptic tweets that we were trying to decipher. Not really sure what the cap was for. You know, I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking with that. But if it's true, if it's a Joao Felix, that would be a pretty big name SBC. Portuguese links. I guess it helps. I just thought about this, that I bought a Dalot that was low. That'd be a link to Joao Felix. And a Cole Palmer as well. Wow, I'm cooking with these. I didn't even think about that. Anyways, you know, maybe there'd be an SBC of him coming this weekend. That could be another type of card that EA releases to try to drain our coins once again of that fodder before we actually get to Black Friday. So that's something to watch out for. It's not officially leaked yet. That's just the names that seem to be rumbling through the grapevine, if you will, and that are just hearing a little bits and pieces about. Last thing I want to talk about related to leaks. These card designs, which we looked at, I think, in yesterday's video, ASY says these aren't just cosmetic cards. They are for special mastery players you can pack. EA trying to save the game. And we have official names. This is called Winter Champions. This one's called Rivals Mastery, Champions Mastery, Squad Battles Mastery. ASY here says that these are going to be in packs, or players that you can pack. I'm going to maybe disagree with that and think that this might be like a Foot Champs reward for like winter Foot Champs, but then these I think might just be objective players. I mean, the names of Rivals Mastery, Champions Mastery, there's already objectives related to that. It might just be EA refreshing those objectives and giving us player rewards, kind of like squad foundations, instead of actual players in packs. We'll see, but usually, like if you look at the players that are in packs, like look at these promo cards, those look way cooler than what those look like. You know, those kind of look like the squad foundations design with different colors instead of, you know, a totally different design. It's kind of all the same design, just with slightly different colors. So I don't know. That's just kind of theorizing at the moment. That's something that's probably going to be involved with the new season, which comes out next week. Last couple of days, of course, to get that SP. I am level 30. I'm trying to get as much SP as I can, as soon as I can, to finish the Puteus SBC. I need that 75 times 100 for all the fodder for her, and I would really like to get it, if possible, before track stars go out of packs, because I like what's in packs now compared to what's going to be coming in packs tomorrow and Friday. So that's a little grind for me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that much SP in one day, but we're going to try it. Now, speaking of today, really quickly, Thursdays, usually quiet days. Of course, Rivals Rewards is the big draw, but we do have one last SBC for track stars that we think we're going to get. Francisco, not going to say the last name because I'll butcher it. Portuguese from Juventus, and these are his official stats. He's going to have quick step, and he's going to be all about that pace. We'll see how much this SBC costs. Hopefully it's not too much. And then the other thing we would be expecting today would be a set of marquee matchups, because that's the normal Thursday content piece there. And I don't think we really would be expecting anything else. The Robertson SBC, last call for him. He's going to be going away, as he was released a couple of weeks ago. And last call for Rafinha too. But really today it's about Rivals Rewards, that Francisco, and then marquee matchups. That's kind of it. So yeah, guys, that's one thing to mention. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to mention something about the store. Wow. For yesterday's content, we're going backwards here. Going back to yesterday, EA refreshed in the store. I can't believe I forgot about this because I opened them. EA refreshed the 55K player picks, and those are the player picks we opened on Friday, and we spent 255,000 coins on opening all 5 of them, but I got a player that went boom straight into my team. I did it again yesterday, got another 2 players, actually 3 players that were worth more or on par with the value of the player pick. I got very, very lucky yesterday. If you want to see that, that's on the second channel. I'll link that above. And I don't often condone player picks in the store, but if you're going to spend coins on a player pick in the store, that 55,000 coin one is probably the one to at least test. Maybe just try one. I know it's a lot of coins to gamble on for one player pick. It's definitely not worth it, but the chances of you getting something are way better than any of the store packs. So I did want to mention that. Again, coins only on that for sure. But check out the second channel upload because it went crazy yesterday for sure. So I'm going to get my Rivals rewards. We're going to be streaming today, trying to finish as much as Puteus as we can. And I probably am going to have to play squad battles and rush to get the SP that I want to get. There's like 1,500 SP right there. Squad battles to get some more packs for the Centurions 10x10, which is a week. Yeah, so I'm going to have to play some squad battles for sure to get SP done. Ooh, I got some progress there. Nice. Anyways, that's just me yapping. I hope you guys have a great Thursday. I will see you guys in the Twitch stream today. And let me know down in the comments if you were interested in that Vinnie Player of the Month, or if you're like, nah, let me see what else is coming out through Black Friday before I really start thinking about committing to that. If you enjoyed the video, drop a thumbs up as always. And of course, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in his stream today. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace out.